Hey everybody, thank you guys first of all for tuning in, number one, showing some serious support, number two, and I was going to do a big long video of my story time, which was associated with Trey Melvin's commentary contest for Story with My Ex. I said I was going to post that video up, which that video is going to be a long spiel, and I didn't know how many people wanted my first video to be super long. It was like around 20 minutes, and which is average because we were going to be like, who the hell was watching all that? No, it was average for that contest. Trust me. I saw some stories that were like, who's watching it for half an hour of their life? Ain't nobody got time for that. So yes, I'm going to give the quick rendition of that, and I will also be having a part 2, which is going to be my first skit I'm going to be putting up, and it's going to be funny. This part, not so much, because it's actually sad. It really is sad. But yeah, it's going to be up and coming. It's going to be funny. I am really excited of doing the whole posting and editing and bloopers. Yo, tea time for real, though. So, again, welcome to tea time. Yes. So let me jump right into it. This is my short version of my 20-something odd long minute video of my ex. So my ex, super choppy but informative. My ex, straight ass right now. Like, I mean, this, by the way, is so fresh that the sting from the Band-Aid pulling off of the major wound I still feel it. It's not even a full week yet, alright? But why is this one of the more relevant breakups I've ever had? Not because it was super fresh, but because it was probably the most influential that I've ever had. And when I say that, I mean, Tish, you gotta kill somebody, yeah. Tish, you live with somebody, yeah. But this is the first time I've been more emotionally invested. When I say that, I mean I've never felt all the elements, biblically in any religion, mind you, all the traits of what love really is for somebody until this moment. I was patient, I was kind, I was understanding. I gave myself in a way that I never thought I would to a person, unfortunately, who didn't deserve it. Thought he was worthy, and trust me, I would never have done that, nor have I done it before. It was very unconscious. It still stings. It still stings. Anyways, so for confidentiality reasons, I'm not going to disclose his name. We're going to call him Charles. Charles was my first, I guess, adult love, where I fell in love with this person and displayed every attribute of that. And I never told him I loved him. I always said I had love for him, but I didn't realize I was in love with him until we ended. It wasn't pointed out to me. Actually, it had to be pointed out to me. Ain't that sad? Anyways, yes, I was devastated. I still am extremely hurt. Why am I not bawling and carrying on? Because that's not about to happen on no camera, first off. And secondly, dude ain't even worth my tears no more. Because developments have actually come up to where my knowledge of this individual has definitely dissipated my level of respect for him. Oh, you saw that vocab though, right? You saw that vocab. Anyways. Yeah, let me get comfortable. So, Charles and I met on a social media. We started talking. We started doing the typical dating, going out, hanging in, doing what you do, you know, getting freaky deaky. Everything was on point. Like, on point. Dude, Charles hits different parts of me and hit checkpoints on my list of, and everybody's got that list, so don't look at me like I'm crazy. That list of people, what you want in a person for the rest of your life. And I'm not talking about your boo, your bae, your side piece. Like what you want in a person that you can see yourself with for the rest of your life. And I mean, if you're in your mid-20s and plus, you better have a list like that. Because I know you got a list for everything else in your life too. And if you don't get one, get some goals. Just saying. But yeah, he hit that for me. So why are we not together? If I could put a cricket sound effect, I would really right there. I did everything. I am the first to admit when I done something wrong, because I feel when I do something wrong and I'm aware of it, it ain't that bad because I know what I did. That probably is very pompous and narcissistic of me, but that's how I feel. So I own 90% of my wrongdoings. In my past relationships, I had a part to play. Hands down, I had a part to play. This one, no. Charles could even attest to that. I was amazing. I was understanding. I was sweet. I was kind. I was patient. I was not condemning. Any of that. I went through hell this summer. And when I say hell, I mean I was in a car crash, totaled my car, had a break-in, had another accident. I had a few deaths. Like a lot of things, really detrimental things had happened in only like 2 months. And I'm still dealing with it. But that's a whole other video for another day. So, yes, through all of that, Charles was barely supportive. Charles was barely in tune with me. And I don't mean throw dollars at me, or I don't mean hold me down in financial manners. Like, that's not what I mean. I mean emotionally being there for somebody, caring for somebody. It was very half-assed. The moment he asked me to be his girl, which was in the beginning of June, everything switched. Everything changed. He was a different person. And it wasn't a good one. So why did I stay? Because I told you guys, I fell in love. I fell in love with somebody where I thought, you know, if you can weather the storm through certain things, you can grow. That may sound so foolish, but, and it might have been, I'll say that, but where your heart is at times, it just makes you do certain things. I can believe that now. I cared for, we both had kids. Our kids were involved with us. Our kids were great together. Even that was on my checklist, believe it or not. He embodied a great dad. I'm not even going to cut him short, because to this day, he's still cool with my daughter. Like, he has his good attributes. He an ass. He's a jerk. He's an asshole. He, honestly, if I could kick him in his balls right now, I probably would. Real talk. But I won't cut him short of the qualities that he deserves recognition for. See, look at this. Look, I'm going to break up and I'm still defending him. Lost cause. Anyways, so yes, let me try and wrap this up as quickly as I can. Charles went left. I was still trying to stick right. I mean, when I say I supported this man in everything he had going on, through his highs and his lows, I was there. Was there a reciprocal? Not as much. That hurt. To the point where he would do random shiznick. He, out of nowhere, just went left on me and said to me, you know, he ain't feeling this anymore. He was missing in action for a week. And I'm like, what's good? This is a person I talk to every day, mind you. And he just disappeared. His excuse was I required too much time. I would see this man maybe twice a week, and I was asking for too much time. If I saw him twice a week, first of all. And he had a crazy schedule, so I won't even take away from that. He had a crazy schedule, but obviously my actions, I had a lot more time. But it was like ridiculous that was what the best you could come up with. Your excuse was so lame. He wants to better himself. I've never, ever taken away from that. I believed in his cause. I supported his cause, his projects, his hobbies, everything he wanted to do. I was Team Charles, 100%. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. That was my dude. Was there a reciprocal? Again, not so much. So he went left, told me that, you know, he needs to work on himself, blah, 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 that typical whack excuse. And yet then in flip, still said he wants me in his life because there's things that I work on. He knows I'm a good person. Okay, Charles. So why are you trying to look for next girls, though? Why are you talking to my friends? Why are you out there trying to find another female if I wasn't good enough? Now, those who know me, I am in shape. Could do some work. I could do a lot of work, actually. But, I mean, like, ew, showing down my armpits. They're shaved, sorry, but I'm not out of shape. I have a figure on me. I'm natural, which is something he likes too. And by the way, did I throw it out there that he's Caucasian? Oops. It was an interracial relationship. That's also the first for me too. Yeah, Charlie. Y'all should have guessed that by the name Charles. But anyways, yes. So there was no physical reason, to my knowledge, that would attribute to this. And there was no sexual reason that should have attributed to this. Because if anybody was ever disappointed, it shouldn't have been him. Oh, that was really low blow. I'm so sorry, Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, I was happy. I was so foul. Anyways, let me wind it back. Yes. Tea time has no limits, no limitations. I'm going to talk about everything and pull it all out to bed. Like I said, I'm an open book, baby. Anyways, so this is going on too long. Like I was trying to say, Charles did me dirty. Apparently, he's trying to talk to he just seemed typical. Now, his explanation was, we're not in a committed relationship anymore, and therefore I do not have to answer for all this. Tell it to any woman. Any woman. It ain't gonna fly. It's just not. Especially the one who was caught up and in love and all that. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I bawled, I cried my eyes out, and then I learned something. Didn't matter what I did or how good I was, or I literally probably, besides money, which it would have been just some next level of bull, I couldn't have done anything else or shown anything else I think I was capable of giving or showing. I mean, I executed every ounce of what I possibly could have to show efforts that I loved and cared for this person. And it didn't change their mind, and it didn't dissipate from anything he was doing. No. We had a conversation a couple of times, actually, and that's when I knew things were going downhill. But you never, ever need to sit there and fight. If you are worth something and you know you're worth something, you shouldn't have to make more than one argument about your worth. Maybe you don't want to sometimes you gotta let a man know or a female know who you are. But I mean, there's nothing sexy about having to tell somebody your worth over and over and over again. If they're not able to see it, then that's their bad. And I had to definitely learn that in a way that was difficult. I'm sorry, I just want to put a quote out there that I saw that made me realize I had to check myself. Came to exactly what I was saying. I always thought there was something romantic about fighting for someone, about winning them back. Eventually, happiness, all of that would come. But as I sit here with stones in my chest, trust me, they're there now. Where hope used to lie, I have come to the realization that there's nothing lovely about having to continuously convince someone to love you. That's all. And I hope anyone and everyone, male, female, got that. When you are worth something, and I learned something from Charles, I learned my worth of that I'm capable of loving somebody, which I never thought I was. I learned that I'm able to give somebody a type of attentive care other than my child and my family, my friends. I learned that. I have not been that great of a girlfriend all the time. I mean, I got love for a lot of people. My exes, like, I'm not even going to sit there and say I didn't have love for some of them. I did, but I had love for them. And I love them in certain ways, yes. But this type of love I've never experienced before. And that's why when I say it's devastating to me. If I had more time, sit down and talk for hours endlessly, then everyone would get it. But the point is, I learned my worth. And if Charles wasn't wise enough to see that, someone was there, a woman who wanted to do nothing but manifest his dreams, I manifested my own, support his cause, love his little ones, do nothing, love all his good, bad, ugly, and beautiful, and accept it all as one package. If he and anybody out there cannot see that in whomever or in myself, then they're not worth it. They're just not. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go back there and cry and ball up my ass, be like, I'll eat like a 1-2 cookie and wonder why the hell he ain't loving me. But it's okay, because I know my worth. After I wipe those tears and those crumbs, it's gonna be back. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to be hurt. And it's okay, even more than anything else, understand that I had to learn something through this. It seems very much in vain. That much effort, that much time he wasted. But he a clown. He doesn't see what I'm capable of, and he wants to go talk to other females to pick up all of his mess, because he messy too, by the way. He is not a bag of peaches. Good God, he's not. But he was the one that I loved, regardless. If any other female decides to pick him up, that sucks. For my loss and his, that we would never ever be a sucker. And he is a handful. He was my handful, but he's a handful. So to Charles, I'm not ready to say thank you for anything. But I acknowledge my worth. I acknowledge your tomfoolery. I acknowledge that you were an idiot to let me go. And I hope everybody who watches this video and has any type of similarities in their ex stories, you too realize your worth and how idiotic they are. And if you were the one who did bad and messed up, then I hope you realize what you lost. And I hope more than anything that if it's rectifiable, do it. Go for it. Because people who love you like that and support you on those levels are rare to find. Respect that, boo. Male, female, boy, girl, young and old. Love is something different. So my ex story, I learned my worth. I learned that I was capable of loving. I loved the wrong person. And hopefully, in the future, things get better. So that's it. Look out for my next video. I'm so sorry this video ran long. I tried, this is like my 5th time doing this, and yet it's still long as hell. But if you did hold on to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be coming up with a second video, a part 2, and it will be nothing like this. This is just a sit down and talk it out. It will be a skit. It's going to be hella funny. It's going to show you the bad-mindedness of me, and not this level-headed, calm exterior you're seeing right now. You won't see what happens all up in this. And those who know me know I could be off, but that's what makes me entertaining. That's what makes me tish. That's what makes tea time gonna be freaking fun. So thank you guys for watching my story time with my ex. I hope you learned something. I hope if you're going through a breakup, I hope if you've been through a recent breakup, it's not in vain. Understand that people sometimes ain't meant to be there the whole time in your life, but they're there to teach you something that maybe nobody else in the world could have taught me. Or you, or you know what? Everything happens for a reason. It's a vague statement, but it does. And I don't even really completely accept this yet for myself, but I do understand that time heals all, and you learn something, and I learned my worth. So I hope you learned something too. I hope it was a positive. You were the breaker upper or the breakup-y, whatever position you played. My heart goes out to you. I hope you learned something. I hope it was I know somebody's always hurt, so if you hurt, feel that pain is going to go through no matter what. Got love for you, rock with you, message me, holler at me, tell me if you're in pain, tell me whatever. If you are the one who's like, you know what, bun it, then again, kudos and hats off to you too. If this is Charles, I told you I'd put our shit out there. Anyways, mad love to everybody. Thanks for the support, and bless. Look out for my second video. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Mad love. Bye.